almost sold this truck about a week or two ago, and the reason why I didn't was because I'm dedicated to the channel. I really do like this truck, but someone offered me a discount. You ready for this? On a Ford F-350 dually. There's a Ultimate Lariat, or Lariat Ultimate, I don't know how you say it. It's a truck that I did some videos on. The only issue was I just didn't do enough content on this truck yet to justify getting rid of it. So with that being said, I asked the dealership, hey, can you hold the truck for about a month? Let me do some videos on this and then I'll come back and buy it. They said no, which I understand because that truck could sell, and it's probably already, so it's probably sold within a couple of days. But the dealership did put me on the list for an F450, and I will definitely try to get that truck when it comes in, and who knows, maybe we can do a build like this. The reason why I didn't get the F350, number one again, is because I couldn't afford all three trucks. I want to do some content on this one, and I would like to do 37s on the Ford, and I just can't afford to do that right now. So yeah, we just had to put that on pause for a little bit, but nevertheless, guys, this truck has a 6.6 liter L8T. Most of you guys know that. I actually spec'd this truck from the factory, and it looks menacing. That paint, iridescent pearl, whew, it is fire. I got the black essentials, so some of the emblems are blacked out. High Country comes with painted bumpers. Oh, is that a scuff on my bumper? Oh no, it's just a bug. Thank God. And then yeah, it's just a nice build. But in this video, we're going to go over some of the towing features on this truck, and I'm going to show you guys this truck and trailer weight together. If you don't know a lot about towing, this video is going to help you with that. And let's go ahead and discuss my fifth wheel. So my trailer is not that heavy for the size. This is a 40-foot fifth wheel and 6,000 pound axles, so 12,000 pound axles there. Figure about 2,500 pounds of this hits the truck, so that's why they give you less axle. Don't know why they do that. I think it's kind of silly. With that being said, my trailer has a cargo capacity which is pretty high at 2,160 pounds, which means my trailer weighs 11,760 pounds dry. Now that number should include propane and battery, but online that number does not. Now keep in mind, at the time when I bought this Keystone Cougar, the front AC unit was an option. I think now they come standard with them, and I think that's the only thing up front that would change the pin weight. But my truck's numbers are right here. That truck looks so good, my goodness. I love showing it off because it's just really cool. But yeah, here it is. This truck has a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,550. And here are your axle ratings. So 4,800 pounds up front, 7,250 out back, which is the same as the diesels. And up top here, you guys can see, conventional towing is up to 16,000 pounds. Gooseneck towing is 18,300. And this truck has a gross combined weight rating, which is truck and trailer max, 26,000 pounds. So there you have it. Does this truck have enough capacity? If you watch any of my last videos I've done on these trucks, yes it does. To go along with that iridescent pearl, I did do the blue interior that was available for 2024, and I think it came out perfect. But let's go ahead and go through some of the towing features on this truck. First thing is right there, tow haul mode. And it does pop up right there, you can see. And notice how it takes away the battery and shows you the transmission temp. Now I do have that set up on that side, and I have my tire pressure for my truck set up here. So this screen is pretty customizable to show you some of those features. On this screen you do have trailering, but I'm not going to show it. Well, I guess I'll have to show it to you at some point. But yeah, I'll just show it to you now, it doesn't matter. So yeah, this is basically what it is. I did set up my tire pressure monitoring system with the truck. I had to use a tool for it. And lastly, trailer brakes down here, and if I push this in, it does pop up on this screen, and you can adjust that. Now on this side, you'll see when we hook up to the trailer, this will be for the tire pressure monitoring system, and you can do your trailer light check here as well. Something else that you have is the camera views. On my dually, when I did a video similar to this one, I did not have the 360 camera view. So one thing I like about this is you can see down the side of the truck here. And when you hook up to the truck, you'll see some other camera views. Now you can zoom into your conventional Hitch, or you can have a bed view camera, which is not available on my dually. Zoom in is available too. So let's go ahead and hook up to the trailer so you guys can see, you know, how much the truck's gonna squat. And I'll go ahead and measure right now so you guys can get an idea of how much 2,500 pounds or so does drop this truck down. Now I'm going to get the truck weighed, so keep that in mind, so stay tuned for that. Now I don't recommend you use these cameras to back up fully, but I'll just show you guys. Now you can turn on the backup line, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now it doesn't work with zoom in, as you guys just saw, but I've learned that using the mirrors and kind of getting an idea of where the bed is in regards to your fifth wheel, that does help the best. I almost forgot to show you guys. You do have tow mode for the mirrors. So with the push of a button, you can just push them out and then pull them back in. And then here we go again. So at this point you can zoom in, and that might help. Sometimes the glare from the sun kind of gets in the way. So I'm a little bit too far on the passenger side. So what I normally do is I'll turn the steering wheel towards the passenger side, and then I'll just drive straight a little bit, and it should get it about under the ball. So let's see if that helped. I didn't do too much, but so yeah, that's a little bit better, and it should be able to clear. So let's go ahead and check on it and see where we are. Electronic parking brake does come on, and I think that we have, yeah, I think that'll catch. It'll catch. I'm gonna put it down just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and measure to see how much the truck squats. We're almost at the cat scale, and I just cannot wait for you guys to see the towing test for this truck. You're gonna love the content. I got it a couple days ago, and yeah, it's really good. And it's about 93 degrees today too, so I'm really putting this gas truck to work for sure. But yeah, let me go ahead and drop the trailer. I'm gonna weigh the truck first, and then we'll weigh the trailer. Oh, look at that, 2023 Ford F350. That looks like the one that was at Larry H. Miller too, by the way. It looks like it. One thing I have noticed though, is the fuel economy is pretty consistent on my drive. So when I did the testing yesterday, and then when I did my test from my house to here, I didn't really record that, but it's really consistent. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and drop these down. Battery's pretty good. Something I learned, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I probably shouldn't be saying this out loud, but I learned this probably about a couple weeks ago. If your battery disconnect is off, your batteries do not get charged. I had no idea. You learn something new every day. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the trailer. And then, like I said, we'll weigh the truck first, and then we'll come back, hook up, and then weigh the trailer next with the truck. Here's what it is with the hitch weight, 39 5/8. We are at 42 3/16. Let's just use that number. Which is basically a 2.5 inch drop, 2.56 inches to be exact. So if you probably haven't noticed yet, I got a lot of this footage on different days. First day, I got the footage showing you guys around the truck. Second video was me driving to get it weighed. And today, I'm gonna show you guys the number. So I do have the cat scale weigh-in right here. Let me grab the number so I can show you guys some things. So I got them right here. All right, so as you guys heard me say in the video, I did get my truck weighed by itself and the trailer. Most people don't do the truck by itself. They just like to see what they have for capacity after they put their family, the gear, and the trailer hooked up. So the reason why I like to do it this way is because you can kind of get an idea of how much payload you actually have. 9 times out of 10, what I've noticed is when you get a truck weighed at the cat scale, you typically have more payload than the door sticker says. Not much, but you have a little bit more. And I think they just give you a little bit of leeway there. So if you don't remember, the curb weight of my truck was 7,750. On the yellow sticker is 7,900 pounds. I myself weighed 200 pounds and I probably had about maybe 80 pounds of stuff inside the truck in that ballpark. So that is pretty cool. So I basically have a little bit of extra payload maybe for an extra person. Now, these numbers did not include my wife and my kids, it's just me. So just keep that in mind if you are doing your numbers. I want you to pay attention to the truck only cat scale sticker. The steer axle was 4420, the rear axle was 3480. That's what it was unloaded. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the cat scale with the truck and trailer. The very first thing I want to point out is this. You lose weight on the front axle when you hook up to a trailer. That's pretty typical. On a gas truck, it's not much different from a diesel, which I was pretty surprised by. So I lost 60 pounds and the rear axle gained 2,380 pounds. And that 60 pounds obviously had to go somewhere. So that 60 pounds went to the rear axle. Now, a lot of people will say, you know, you can tow more than what the payload is of a truck. So if a truck has an 18,000 pound towing capacity, you can tow that so long as you don't go over your axle rating. So with that being said, Ram's 2500s have an axle rating of 6,040 pounds. I'm at 5,860. So I get really close on a Ram 2500. That's why they need to update their truck. I don't know why they don't, but they just really need to do that quickly. And so trailer axles weighed in at 10.1. You guys saw that the axle ratings for the trailer was 12,000. We're good there. Now, when I was fully loaded, living in it full time, I was pretty close to those numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's why I upgraded my tires, because I wanted to have a little more capacity there. Something else to consider, the pin weight, in order to get that, you have to take the steer axle and drive axle for both slips and subtract them. That came to be 2,320 pounds. So I would venture to say that's pretty good for this type of trailer. And it's pretty high for it being completely empty too. And the trailer weighs 12,420 pounds, that's including the pin weight. Gross vehicle weight of the truck is 10,220 pounds. That's with the hitch weight, with me inside. So I basically have 1,330 pounds of available payload. This is why when people say I need to get a dually, I'm like, no, I don't need a dually. Not for this type of trailer. Even when I was, you know, fully loaded with my family, full-time living in the RV with all of our stuff, I still was within the limits of my Ram, which had a lower payload. And really, to finish everything off, you know, gross combined weight rating is 20,320. And so on the truck, it was 26 max. So that's the cool thing about getting a 1-ton. You will always pretty much be within your limits looking at trailers like mine. This trailer had a 13,980 gross vehicle weight rating. If you stay within that 14.5 and below, single rear wheel trucks under 4,000 pounds of payload should work for you. This just depends on your floor plan of your RV. Sometimes fifth wheels have front livings, sometimes they can be wide body, which can really drive the pin weight up. So I hope this video was helpful. In the comment section, who can tell me what my percentage is for my hitch weight? I could do it for you, but I want to pin somebody's comment. So be sure to pin it down below, and I will see you guys soon. Now, I'm gonna go work on a F450 video for you guys for Sunday.